Hey, it's Matt. Welcome to another episode of Unbearable 73. I'm going to review Yaira number 1. Sorry for the delay in some more non-live stream uploads, guys, and real stuff's been going on. Hopefully I'm almost healed from all the physical problems that fire a while back. We'll see. So I got this comic a couple weeks ago. Finally read it, you know, and now this is going to be let's say a 25% spoiler type review. I want to mention some details, but I'm not going to tell you how it turns out. And I'm going to talk in general about how this relates to not so much the story, a little bit of the storyline, but how this relates to the involvement and experience in increasing quality of the Rippaverse. So this is Yaira number 1. Let's do a little bit of art preview. Now I like the packaging that the Rippaverse sends. These nice restickable bags, quality board. Book is well constructed. Here's some of our internal artwork. Excellent color palette. High quality construction. So, if you just want my short review of it, I enjoy it a lot. It's the best of the four Rippaverse products I have so far, which is the first 4: ISOM 1, ISOM 2. The superhero team, whose name escapes me at the moment, and Yaira number 1. This is the best one. Actually, I have a 5th one. I have the Gooding book. This is better than Gooding, but I'll get to that in the Gooding review. Yaira was one of the launch characters. I have the Yaira poster way back from ISOM number 1, and where to start? I would say it's an 8 out of 10. It's well written. Meaning not the story. I'm not going to story content per se. I'm talking the structural writing. It's well written. It's extremely good art. All the art for the Rippaverse have been great. Have been very good to great. It suffers from one of the problems persistent to the Rippaverse, which seems to be an editing thing, where transitions between scenes are a little vague, and time jumps, whether you're doing a flashback or just progress forward, it's not always clear until you've read it a bit, a panel or two. So that's my major criticism so far of the Rippaverse, is that time jumping editing bit. Now, what about the actual story content, right? Well, I say it's the best of the Rippaverse so far. I don't mean that in a bad way. ISOM number 1 was okay. You can see it was a first ever written comic type thing. ISOM number 2 was noticeably better. The book that came after that was okay. Like a little bit, it had a better storyline than the ISOM number 1, but it was about almost as good as ISOM number 2. I'll put it that way. I just can't remember the name of it right now. And Yaira number 1 was very good to excellent. So you've heard me hum and haw. I'll give you that's the end of the sort of total spoiler-free part of this. Now, what type of character is Yaira? Well, she's kind of like she's kind of a Superman type character of the Rippaverse so far. She's of non-human origin. I won't fully spoil it. I was impressed by the origin and how they nuanced it and tie it into to Scandinavian lore. So yes, she ties into Scandinavian lore in a certain way. We're not seeing the full ramifications of that. She obviously has her fan service elements, which I'm totally perfectly fine with. A beautiful woman, well-drawn, beautiful woman. Athletic, you can see the muscle tone on the image I picked up beside. The Saskia sisters know how to draw a powerful, beautiful woman. Okay. The character is, in the Rippaverse, I don't have a sense of the whole political structure yet. I know Texas is like its own country. I guess the U.S. has sort of collapsed. Yaira is kind of a like a vigilante hero, not authorized by the government. ISOM seems to have been approved by the government, but not having acted for a long time, for example. And every time Yaira acts on something, the government superhero team, whose name escapes me, I have to get it now. So, comics. I'm on the Rippaverse website. Good team. Alpha Core. Every time Yaira acts, the Alpha Core seems to want to arrest her or kill her. Right. So there obviously is a structured past behind those character interactions. So that every time that scene's apparent. She's also extremely powerful, like powerful enough that she should be able to maintain her independence. And she's not Superman level. I don't think the Rippaverse is gonna have a Superman level character or like a Marvel Thor level character anytime soon. I think Rippa has his powers at a certain level. We still don't know if our powers are science fictiony or magic yet, or a mix of both. Her origin suggests it could be both. We don't know her full origin yet. We do encounter, I will say as a bit of a spoiler, we do encounter beings from where she comes from who come to either kill her or arrest her. And she came to Earth several centuries ago and has been in Scandinavia and married a local and so forth. So that's kind of the storyline review. I'm not going to belabor this. 6 minutes. I've given you, Yaira goes into action because she discovers someone has a set of powers, and we find out who this person is later in the story, and it leads to at least more of Yaira's backstory. So that's kind of the plot of the comic. I want to be vague about it because I don't want to. I will talk more about the plot of Yaira number 1 in Yaira number 2. Okay, how it leads into it. I would, if you haven't touched any Rippaverse and you want to buy any one of them and you like superhero comics with a mystery background that's going to explode, Yaira is for you. Now, if you're a Rippaverse fan, this is the best one of the 5, including good news so far. Anyway, if you have any comments or questions down below, like I said, I don't want to go. I don't want to fully do more than mild spoilers for it so far, just because it's brand new. I know all the people who've sort of gotten it. I will say a few things. I enjoyed the fight scenes. I thought Yaira has a nice sort of like combination of she holds back enough because she's powerful, and finally when she had enough, she really has enough of it. I like how they portrayed that aspect of her character. She's temperamental but knows to not accidentally kill stuff. I like how she has an intellectual side to her with having been into the sciences and stuff. So she thinks her way through problems too. I like that a lot. Obviously I like the artwork. So that's kind of my in brief review. And I will talk more of the Yaira number 1. Want to review Yaira number 2. I don't know if I want to do ongoing all the Rippaverse books. I decided to do these two, Good Yang and Yaira, because I enjoyed them a lot more than the first 3, so to speak. Not anything wrong with the first 3, but I'm really enthused about these 2. So that's that. If you have any questions, comment down below. Share this video out there if you want, or like if you like, dislike if you dislike. Follow my channel if you can. Thank you. My name is Matt. This has been an UNBEARABLE 73 review of Yaira number 1. Have a great weekend.